Hello, happy Friday. Welcome back to another podcast with us, the podcast crew at the Boys and Girls Club here in Blue Hill. My name is Dooney. I'm the career pathway manager here, and we're going to go around to introduce ourselves. You guys ready? Go ahead, Layla.
Hi, my name is Layla. I'm 14, and yeah. Wait, do I have to read too?
You're 14. What school do you go to?
Oh, sorry. I go to Lincoln Public School in the town of Lincoln.
Next person.
Okay, my name is Liliana. I'm 14 years old and I go to Lincoln in the town of Lincoln.
My name is Vivian. I'm 12 years old and I go to BLA.
My name is Harlem. I'm 13 years old and I go to O'Brien.
My name is Jaden. I'm 14 years old and I go to Boston Pratt.
Okay, so some of you guys go to Lincoln, which is a different town, different school system, right? So that's like not even Boston Public School. So that's SMECO, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. And then some of you guys go to Boston Public School, which I'm biased. I grew up in Boston Public School, and I taught at Boston Public School for a while. Before we start this episode that you guys chose, which we're going to talk about what this episode?
Things that are normalized at
right?
school.
At schools. So I want you guys to think about the two different districts that you're at, the different schools that you're at, and then this club, right? So everyone here is coming from a different background, but when you are here, there are things that are very different. There are things that are very similar, right? So I want you guys to go around right now and say something that you don't think should be, like, it's normalized right now, but you don't think it should be normal, right? Because I'm just here for a little guidance, little questions, but I want you guys to talk about this because this is your podcast, okay? Let's start. Who wants to go first? What's something that is currently normalized that we as a society or your society as teens should be like, Go? Yeah, I'm gonna move this. Oops, sorry guys. I'm gonna move this around. Go ahead.
Okay. So, one thing that's like really like annoying at school is when like people don't really talk about like education. Like they just like talk about like boyfriends, girlfriends, or they just talk about other stuff that's like inappropriate. And another thing is that people at school, they say they don't like drama, but at the end of the day, I think they're wrong because every single day there has to be with drama. People start things, and they say they don't like drama, but that's the one thing that keeps them motivated. That's the thing that like entertains them, except for schoolwork or like their friends. So, yeah. Do you guys want to add on?
Yeah, I have two things. I think two things that are normalized a lot at my school is purposely leaving out people or like giving like side eyes to like people when another person is speaking, like backhanded compliments, those kind of things. Yeah.
To build on to what Layla said, like starting drama for no reason isn't needed and it just creates more problems than you already have.
Alright, one thing that's definitely way too normalized is girls having beef like one day and then being all cool the next day. Like, how you gonna have beef with somebody talking all this yada 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 on social media and not saying nothing in person, and then when y'all get in person, y'all cool? Like, that makes sense.
So being fake to each other, like people just talking bad about each other and then being cool with each other.
Yeah.
To add on what Jaden said, one thing I hate that's normal is like girls fighting over boys. Two girls fighting over boys is like stupid because that boy's not fine. He's not that fine.
They be fighting over you?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Out.
Bro. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we needed that. So let's start with the number one thing you guys say, like drama, right? How many of you guys, like it's 5 of you guys right now, How many of you guys really feel like school life is like just full of drama? Raise your hands. It's just always drama. Okay. I'm gonna like make you guys laugh more, right? So when you get in like 20s, you think like the drama is gonna stop. It doesn't stop. You honestly, as a person, like you yourself, you're gonna have to make your own boundaries, right? With people, things, about like what you want to be around, right? So like when I was a kid, I used to be like, oh my god, like I hate drama, but I'll always see myself in drama only because of like the company I was keeping, right? So when you think about like drama, like who's in your surroundings? How did you get there? How did your name get mentioned? So things like that. I do think that is something that society has normalized for too much, but like, what's life without the tea, if we're gonna be honest? No? Okay, Stevie.
Well, I think otherwise. I feel like it's important to like live a peaceful life, and especially like, of course there's gonna be drama that like sometimes needs to be, and like issues that need to be addressed, but when it turns into drama, that's a whole different like thing, especially when like it like interrupts like somebody's normal day. Like there's no reason for you to be rumors. That's so normalized, and people think it's like so normal to spread rumors and like so fun, or like it's okay, but like honestly rumors hurt, especially when you're the person that's getting or having rumors talked about. I don't know if that made sense.
How do you think that you would want to stop normalizing? Like, what's the plan of yours to stop normalizing like rumors? Speaking for you, like yourself.
I feel like it's always like other people's control. Like you can stop talking bad about somebody. You can stop hearing something from another person and not hearing it from the actual person itself. Like you can't just take in what other people are saying instead of the actual person saying it in front of you.
It's still recorded on something, right?
Oh, just try to play with it. Thing. Okay, and then what do you guys? Pause it. Oh, okay, and we're back. So we're continuing the drama. So we're gonna move from rumors to fighting, right? So Jaden said that it's not normal how girls just be fighting. Can you just repeat it for me? Go ahead.
Well, like it wasn't.
It was me.
Bend it more
Yeah, that's what I've been struggling with. Bend this.
and then move it. This is what catches your voice the most.
Is that okay? So keep
Not
it like
the
that.
side.
Good. Yep. Perfect.
All right. So, it wasn't really so like the fighting, but more so like just talking bad about each other and then saying you're gonna fight and then never end up doing or fighting until like a couple of days ago. But at my school, it's really just mostly talk. No one ever really fights. And when there was a fight about like 2 or 3 days ago, it wasn't funny from like a perspective of maybe someone who was like inside the drama, like friends with someone inside the drama. But drama at my school, it's like since I don't want to be involved, it's not my problem. But mostly it be my friends. So I don't be involved with it, but it's definitely around a lot more than it should be, and especially a school like mine, like a charter school. So.
Any comments?
I feel like when you're in, like when you know that drama is happening, try your best to avoid the drama at all, because anything can slip you right into it. Like you could say something, you could comment about something that you're automatically into it. The moment you talk about the drama, you're in the drama, whether you like it or not. If somebody says, oh, I don't like drama, but are commenting about the drama, you're part of the drama. You're saying something. Your opinion is being out there. And especially like when to be understanding is like to view drama from another person's perspective. And I know that is so hard for so many people, but like just thinking it's funny is so wrong, because I was into drama that got to the whole entire grade, 2 other grades, one below and one above. So, and I was like one of the main people part of it. For people to drag themselves into it is like crazy, especially when the situation doesn't involve you at all. And like, if you're gathered around a fight, you're in the wrong. I'm sorry. If you're recording a fight, you're in the wrong. You should leave, because that means the other person that's in the fight sees you there, and they're like, oh, I can't trust that person no more. If you said something or not, they see you involved. They see you talking to the people that are talking bad about them. So people are gonna have that superstition on you, or that perspective on you. Oh, you're into drama because you're there. So that's what I'm just gonna say.
So luckily for me, one, it is my friends in the drama, but it's not my friends. So it's like my friends.
Associates.
Yeah. And, for the fight, I ain't recorded because, I can't have the school coming after me. And, after, like, everyone gathered up and stuff, I was in the back. I was just watching from the back because, I'm a football player. I can't be seen in fight videos. Come on now. And, yeah, I was just there. And then once everything cleared up, I just was walking with some other people because it's like, so I just can't be involved with it. I could be there, but I don't want to be involved with it. But in terms of being dragged into drama, luckily I haven't, because I usually keep comments to myself because I don't say it to people's face because it's not my business. But I definitely feel like, being dragged into some drama that you didn't want any part of, and then having to, face everyone, talking to you or talking about you, definitely is a problem too. So although I don't understand like where you're coming from, or like understand like the situation you've been in, I definitely know what you mean by, someone getting dragged into drama that wasn't originally part of it. So
I have a question for you guys. Oh, do you wanna go?
No, you can go first.
I have a question for you guys, but it's going to be like an exercise, right? So it's gonna go like this basically. I'm gonna say like a scenario, and you guys are gonna tell me if it's normal or not normal according to you, right? And it's all gonna be around teens. I was a teenager once. I'm trying to think about what's normal. Okay, let's talk about fighting in school. Normal or not normal?
I think it's normalized, but it's not normal.
It's normalized, but it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be normal.
Yeah, I feel like we're just I feel like we're just like around drama too much, like, or by people fighting with each other to the point we think it's just a casual, normal day at school.
Now, I'm gonna ask you this because you guys had a really hard time during COVID, right? Because everyone was home, and I remember like my old student had a really hard time. Do you think that COVID learning was normal or not normal?
I feel like it wasn't normal because I need to be in person because it's really hard for me to understand things through like the video, and it was bad.
It was bad?
It was, like, hard.
Who had a really hard time with COVID learning? Raise your hands. Okay, so that's the majority.
I think
Why didn't you have a hard time with COVID learning, baby? Because you didn't raise your hand.
Like, if I didn't understand something, I would just go downstairs to my mom and like ask her about it, because like she's had experience teaching a lot of kids, so she knew how to help me with it. And then also my teacher was very like engaged with the students. Like, they wouldn't just like, if somebody didn't understand, they would just shove them to the side. Like, they would try to help them understand it, even if it took time out of the class.
I like that. Okay. Anybody else?
I feel like COVID was normalized, but I think that something that shouldn't be normalized is not taking the consideration into kids that actually could be a whole grade behind in certain topics. In certain topics, kids can be completely behind, and that's something that's like way too normalized. Like people just fly by and like ignore it and like just ignore the topic.
So you remember how yesterday we had like a bunch of topics that we want to talk about? So one of the things that eventually I want you guys to talk more about is COVID learning and how it affects you. Because I see how it affects children as an educator, but I want to see how it affects you going through it, because I've never had to, unless when I got to college and I was like, oh, I'm not going into class, I can take online class. That's completely different versus like little kids being forced. I say forced because you guys were literally forced to sit in front of a computer, right? The other thing I want to talk about, which kind of connects to it, being behind on learning as like a child. Is that normal or not normal?
I think it's very normal because I feel like a lot of kids have been impacted by COVID through
But
learning.
even before COVID, do you feel like that was something that was like normal or like not normal?
I wouldn't use the word unnormal, but I'd say like it wasn't something that we focused so much behind, because obviously there are kids that are going to be behind, but people knew that not a lot of people were going to be behind. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. Now, this one is a subject that you guys want to talk about. Bullying. Normal or something that we have like normalized as like a society? I want to hear everyone's opinion on this. Everybody.
We can go in a circle.
Let's start with you. You've been very quiet.
I got a lot to say.
Go ahead.
Bullying is very normal because people would like to bully someone just for the fame or just to get attention. I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take Jaden, for example. You're gonna call me bald, but in the future, I'm gonna have more hair than you.
Continue.
Say what you said again, but not the same.
For example, what would be an example of bullying that you consider at school?
There'd be a dude, and he'll start bullying this dude because he wanted fame and attention, and this dude is gonna grow up to be better than him in the future.
Yep, go ahead, Jaden. Like bullying, is it something that's normal or something that we as a society has normalized? And now, what are your thoughts?
I feel like at my school, bullying isn't really, or at least in my grade, bullying isn't really a thing. Cause like at this point, most people, or at least in my friend group and such, like we obviously joke around with each other, talk about each other, cause I mean that's what friends mostly do. So it's not really considered bullying to us, cause we know we're joking with it. But in society, bullying is definitely a problem because not everyone takes it the same way as maybe someone else that you joke around with takes it like that. And I think sometimes it leads to fights and such because you say something to the wrong person who doesn't take it like maybe how a friend or someone would, and it then gets them mad and then they want to fight you, and then that's how it gets into fighting and such.
Next.
I think as much now in like my new school, I haven't experienced or seen bullying. Although my friend did come up to me at a dismissal one day and she said she saw a bunch of older kids pressing a really small kid against the lockers and like yelling at him and like saying things to him, and I immediately took her to the dean's office and we reported it. And then also
Guys, continue talking.
Oh,
Someone's about to leave.
my old school, I think it was very normalized, but it shouldn't have been. Like bullying was happening all the time. Like people were just getting made fun of for the stupidest reasons, and it wasn't unfair to. I mean, it wasn't fair to others who were just getting made fun of, and that's it.
Okay. Next.
I think there's a bunch of like different topics that could be like addressed when it comes to bullying. It's like things that follow into the category of bullying, but I think there's like things like passive aggressiveness and just knowing boundaries and self-awareness. Those can be like things that can soon lead to following into bullying that people cannot be aware about.
I definitely love that, and you guys know that we will definitely have another episode on bullying, which is something that you guys made it very clear, like, you want to talk about. So, I love this. Continue. Go ahead, Bella.
I would like to say that bullying is like such a hard thing to like deal with at school, especially because I'm just saying, like, from what I've experienced, like last year at school, I have been like a part of bullying. I wasn't like saying, oh yeah, this person said that, but someone was saying things about me. And one thing that was really upsetting for me is that when I needed my friends the most, the one that I've known since kindergarten, first grade, or even second grade, they all turned their backs, and they all went to a person that they've only known for a year. So basically, I was in shock. They were saying they were agreeing with her lies, the things that she said, the things that she wants to do, the things that she has done to me. And that's really heartbreaking, because why would you go along with someone that you've hardly ever known for a year?
Definitely understood. What